Hello everybody, welcome to First Chapter Fridays from OSD Go Read. My name is Jessica Keegan and today I'm going to be reading from Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. Quick little blurb, Aza is trying. She's trying to be a good daughter, a good friend, a good student, and maybe even a good detective, while also living with the ever-tightening spiral of her own thoughts. So with that, I'm going to read Chapter 1, Turtles All the Way Down. The first time I realized I might be fictional, my weekdays were spent at a publicly funded institution on the north side of Indianapolis called White River High School, where I was required to eat lunch at a particular time, between 12:37 and 1:14 p.m. by forces so much larger than myself, I couldn't even begin to identify them. If those forces had given me a different lunch period, or if the table mates who helped author my fate had chosen a different topic of conversation that September day, I would have met a different end, or at least a different middle. But I was beginning to learn that your life is a story told about you, not one that you tell. Of course, you pretend to be the author. You have to. You think, I now choose to go to lunch, when that monotone beep rings from on high at 12:37. But really, the bell decides. You think you're the painter, but you're the canvas. Hundreds of voices were shouting over one another in the cafeteria so that the conversation became mere sound, the rushing of a river over rocks. As I sat beneath fluorescent cylinders spewing aggressively artificial light, I thought about how we all believed ourselves to be the hero of some personal epic, when in fact, we were basically identical organisms colonizing a vast and windowless room that smelled of Lysol and lard. I was eating a peanut butter and honey sandwich and drinking Dr. Pepper. To be honest, I find the whole process of masticating plants and animals and then shoving them down my esophagus kind of disgusting. So I was trying not to think about the fact that I was eating, which is a form of thinking about it. Across the table from me, Mikhail Turner was scribbling in a yellow paper notebook. Our lunch table was like a long-running play on Broadway. The cast changed over the years, but the roles never did. Mikhail was the artsy one. He was talking with Daisy Ramirez, who played the role of my best and most fearless friend since elementary school. But I couldn't follow their conversation over the noise of all the others. What was my part in this play? The sidekick. I was Daisy's friend, or Miss Holmes's daughter. I was somebody's something. I felt my stomach begin to work on the sandwich, and even over everybody's talking, I could hear it digesting, all the bacteria chewing the slime of peanut butter, the students inside of me eating my internal cafeteria. A shiver convulsed through me. "Didn't you go to camp with him?" Daisy asked me. "With who?" "Davis Pickett," she said. "Yeah," I said. "Why?" "Aren't you listening?" Davy asked. I am listening, I thought, to the cacophony of my digestive tract. Of course, I'd long known that I was playing host to a massive collection of parasitic organisms, but I didn't much like to be reminded of it. By cell count, humans are approximately 50% microbial, meaning that about half of the cells that make you up are not yours at all. There are something like 1,000 times more microbes living in my particular biome than there are human beings on Earth, and it often feels like I can feel them living and breathing and dying inside of me. I wiped my sweaty palms on my jeans and tried to control my breathing. Admittedly, I have some anxiety problems, but I would argue it isn't irrational to be concerned about the fact that you are a skin-encased bacterial colony. Mikhail said his dad was about to be arrested for bribery or something, but the night before the raid, he disappeared. There's a $100,000 reward out for him. And you know this kid, Daisy said. Knew him, I answered. And that is chapter 1 from Turtles All the Way Down from John Green. Looks like a mystery setting up here that I hope you'll check out. And thank you for tuning in to OSD Go Read's First Chapter Fridays. Happy reading.